Hello, Eagles. My name is Lisa Chaplin. I'm the Group and Outreach Coordinator in the Counseling Center, and today I'd like to review with you 3 easy tips for mental health management. The outbreak of the coronavirus may be stressful for many people. Fear and anxiety about a disease can be overwhelming and cause strong emotions. Coping with stress will make you, the people you care about, and your community stronger. Just know that at least 1 in 5 people have experienced a mental health concern, so know that you are not alone. During this time, stress may look like fear and worry about your own health, the health of your loved ones. You may experience changes in your sleep or eating patterns. You may have difficulty sleeping or even concentrating. This may worsen any mental health concerns that you do have. And be on the lookout for any increase in the use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. The first step is to acknowledge what's in your control and what you can't control, and then deciding which one of those things that you can let go. So, for example, things that we can control, we can control our attitude and how we're dealing with the coronavirus, what our thoughts are. We can do that by deciding to turn off the news. Sometimes too much exposure can heighten depression. Sometimes too much exposure can heighten our anxiety. So deciding to turn off the news or not be so engaged in, what's happening day to day. We can control how we follow CDC recommendations. We can also control how our day goes, finding fun things to do while we're stuck at home. Things we can't control, we can't really control if other people decide if they want to follow rules of social distancing, right? We can't control the actions of other people, and definitely can't control things such as predicting what's going to happen next or how long the coronavirus is going to be around. These are the things that, again, only serve to heighten our depression, heighten our anxiety. So these are the things we can choose to let go of during this time. Some people decide to create things like lists to keep a schedule. These are the things that would help us create as much normalcy as possible in our daily lives. So trying to create a schedule for what your new day looks like, how your online classes are coming along. Some people might find it beneficial to journal their current experiences. So say, for example, if you're having a particularly difficult day, you could journal, what are your thoughts? What are the things that you're telling yourself at the moment? And as a result of those thoughts, how is it making you feel? So doing things like keeping a list, establishing a daily schedule, and journaling, and being able to identify what you can control and what you cannot control can be especially helpful during this time. Second tip is to create a support network. Right now, we know that there are so many options for virtual therapy. In fact, the Counseling Center, we're offering telehealth services through the platform of WebEx. If you feel like you need any support during this time, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll get you connected with a counselor, or if you have a counselor that you are already working with, feel free to reach out to him or her via email or call the number that's listed. Other types of support, this is a time to reach out to family and friends. Oftentimes our days are so busy, we don't really have time to really just pick up the phone. Well, now, so many people have downloaded Zoom and other type of networks, so keeping in contact with family through those options, Google Hangouts or anything of that nature. This is a time to do that, to really be able to check in on those family and friends, see how they're doing, and then in turn you can feel support as well. And even if you have supportive coworkers, This is a time to really rally around other people, to keep yourself busy, and to limit some of that isolation that can come during a situation like this. The third strategy that I find really beneficial is just to really declutter your environment. Have you ever had times where your room wasn't really that clean? It was a little bit messy. And when you're in that environment, it just kind of makes you feel tired. It can actually be very draining. So, my recommendation is to clear your workspace so that when it's time for you to go into those online classes, you're able to be focused, you're able to be creative, and you're able to get your work done. Another benefit during this time is to exercise. I know that there's so many videos on YouTube that you can follow along and exercise to. Campus Rec, I believe they post daily exercises and activities to do. So this is a time to increase your physical fitness so that, those things have residual effects. So increasing physical fitness can also impact your mental health for the better. Third technique is really decluttering, taking the time now to declutter your social media. So, for example, if you follow people that are not necessarily in line with the vision for your life, those are people that you might want to think about deleting. People that are often negative or don't add any positive content, those are the people that you want to maybe turn away from at this time. Other things that you can do is maybe follow people that you are inspired by. So following positive people, watching podcasts, even listening to various audiobooks and things of that nature can be really beneficial during this time. And lastly, be kind to yourself. There's going to be days where you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is just awful, or it's not an experience. But just remember to tell yourself that you feel like this today. So every day may not necessarily be this way. I want you to know that the feelings that you're experiencing during this time, the thoughts that you're having during this time are all completely valid and they're all completely normal. Please be sure to follow us at NCCU_Counseling Center, and thank you so much for your time.